If you're looking to book more paid speaking engagements, then this is a video that you need to be watching. My name is Odell Bazell. I'm the founder of Public Speaking Profits, and I'm going to give you just a short training on how to increase your confidence so that you actually get paid to speak. So I'm going to share my screen, show you this document, this Google document, and if you want this Google document, all you have to do is comment underneath this video and I will share that with you. So with this Google document, I'm going to be talking about 3 ways to build confidence as a speaker. Now, the truth is, confidence is something you build through work, results, and proof of those results. The biggest thing about confidence is you proving to you that you deserve a positive outcome. Did you get that? I'm going to say it again. The thing about confidence is that you have to prove to you that you deserve a positive outcome. And you only do that through doing the work. You only do that through getting results. And so in this video, when I talk about the ways that you build confidence, know that work is going to be involved in that confidence. A lot of people come to me and say that they have a story. Odell, I've got a story that nobody's ever heard before. I'm sure you do. But if you don't confidently deliver that story, you're probably not going to get paid. And one thing that I do, for those of you that have been following me for any amount of time, I work with professional speakers to help up-level their marketing and their selling and their branding so that they can make more money, because your mission, your message needs a sponsor. So let's dive into the Google document. Remember, you can get this Google document. All you have to do is comment below this video or somewhere around this video, depending on where or when you are seeing this. Now, without confidence, you will not make much money speaking. Let's uncover some of these. All business is show business. So speaking is performing. It's a performance. Even if you think of yourself as an educator, you think of yourself as a teacher, this is all a performance. It's a performance in educating, engaging, entertaining, whatever you want to call it. That is your performance. And if you don't look at it like that, it's going to be really difficult for you when you actually get the opportunity to be in front of other people, because every single person wants to be entertained. I don't care how many degrees they have. I don't care how much of a stiff they might be. They want to be entertained. Everybody wants to be entertained. So I want to segue this into my AAU basketball story. We're talking about confidence, and we're going to be talking about 3 ways that you can build confidence as a speaker. By the way, sports or performing arts or any of those things, they help you become a better speaker. When I was younger, I wanted to play basketball. When I was about 9 years old, I wanted to play basketball. I was horrible when I first started. I was kind of a big, chubby kid, and I wasn't very coordinated, and I just wasn't good. The first 3 years that I played basketball, I really wasn't that good. And I played AAU basketball for a team called the Greensboro Gators back in the day. And I was on the B team the first year that I went out for the AAU team. I was just a big kid. And they put me out there. The next year we had tryouts, and the A and B team would always split off after tryouts. And so I thought that I was going to have to go with the B team, but my coach stopped me and said, "No, you're with the A team." And the pride that I got from that moment, I still feel now, many, many years later, because I worked really, really hard over that year. I got good. And when I actually saw the fruit of that happen, then I started getting confidence. And that year we finished second in the state, and I played pretty significantly. We went to the nationals, and that kind of started my AAU basketball career. Then when I went to high school, I made the varsity team as a freshman because I had that confidence, and I knew that I had something. But here's the point that I wanted to make by telling that story. I only got the confidence because I worked, and then I got results. that were favorable. So, for those of you that want to build confidence speaking, what have you done that's giving you results? That's something to stand on. And what happens, most people don't have any results. They have an idea, maybe they have some personality, maybe they have some charisma, but they don't have any results. And if you're young in the business, not young in age, but if you're young in the business, you have to think young in age. You have to figure out, what are some results? Have I gone through something? Can I point to an award that I got through hard work, that I can translate that experience to an audience that might find it valuable? You have to go through that process. If you don't go through that process and you're just looking at opportunities as a money grab or something like that, it's not really going to work out with you. So, all business is show business. So here's why most speakers don't have confidence. I'm going to open up all three at once for you to see. Bada bing, bada boom. First off, they lack clarity on what makes their message valuable. It's one thing to hear that a former president gets paid six figures to speak, but you're not a former president. It's one thing to hear that an Olympian, a former NFL Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion gets paid $50,000, $70,000 to speak, but you're not that. They're getting paid because of how they're positioned. We're all paid by how we're positioned, by the way, but they're getting paid by how they're positioned. Most of us, our positioning has to come from some sort of expertise. So most speakers don't have confidence because they don't have a clear message. And a message is as simple as this. I want you to jot this down. I want you to get this. If you want this document, all you have to do is comment below and I'll send this document to you. But this is something that you should jot down. A message is just a group of words that you tell another audience, or you tell an audience, that inspires them to act or think differently because you said those words. That's a message. So many of us have that. There are things you can say, there are experiences that you can relay that'll inspire people to take an action different than when they first heard you. Here's the key, though. You have to figure out what messages people are actually paying for. What are people paying speakers to actually do? To get them inspired, to get them motivated, to do what? So if it's a sales group and a company wants their sales team to get higher numbers, my message is to help them get higher numbers. You see where I'm going with this? So that's why your story doesn't really matter unless it's attached to a message that can inspire a group of people to act or think differently after you give that message. So they lack clarity on that. When you don't have clarity, you can't have confidence. When you don't have clarity, you can't have confidence. The second thing, they don't have enough real stage experience. They don't have enough reps. Before I got my first paid speaking engagement, I did 33 unpaid speaking engagements. I had the reps. By the time I went on stage for a check for the first time, I had been speaking. And not to mention all the speaking that I'd done when I was younger in college. I was in 4-H when I was younger, and I was in public speaking contests and all that stuff. Not even talking about that stuff. Speaking up in church, Sunday school, not even that. I'm talking about 33 intentional speaking engagements that I didn't get paid for, that I volunteered for, in the mind that I am training to be a professional speaker. Most people want to get paid thousands of dollars and they haven't even invested hours on stage. It's crazy when you say it out loud, but so many people that, well, I do this for my job. But do you have intentional time where you're actually thinking, I am training for this thing? Saying that I speak on my job, or I speak as a pastor, I speak as this. What you're really saying is, I haven't intentionally trained for this. You need real stage experience. Number three, they haven't seen themselves on video to improve. Video. My very first paid speaking engagement, even before I was getting paid, but my very first paid one, there was a camera in the room, a camcorder, Sony camcorder, for those of y'all that remember that. I used to record myself, and I didn't even do it for a promotional tool, because I started speaking professionally in 2008, and video cameras, if you had good footage, you were amazing. But I did it so that I could look back at the game film, so I could see, ooh, why was I pacing like that? Why was I doing that? Why was I they laugh right there. I didn't expect them to laugh. Most people haven't done that. And so you lack confidence in that. So how do we build confidence fast? So I'm going to go through this really quick, and then we'll be out of here. Talk about something people pay speakers to talk about. Now, in our Speaker Real Magic Retreat, we help you with this. We help you figure out messages that people are actually paying speakers for. Learn that like the back of their hand. I just gave you one as we were talking before, where I said they act like sales or companies. They pay for people to come in and give messages to their sales team so they can make more sales. So if that's a message that you're inclined to create or you're inclined to share, know that like the back of your hand. 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 I spent some time with Les Brown. I have a relationship with Les Brown, famed motivational speaker. He was famous for, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. You got to be hungry. He's talked about a story of becoming a DJ. And he could use that across so many different audiences. What message is that for you? And then you have to say it over and over and over again before anybody pays you, which leads me to the next point. Practice. 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 We're talking about practice? Yes, we're talking about practice. Practice on a real stage. And if you don't want to invest to actually pay for a space, I get it. Here's a hack I want to give you. Go to the woods, go to the forest, go to a park, go to a lake, go to an ocean, go to a body of water, stand and deliver your presentation. Why would I say do that? How is that a real stage? Well, there are real living, breathing organisms in those environments. And you might even talk loud enough for a human to hear you, but it'll make you feel weird at first. Oh man, I'm out here in the woods and I'm talking to myself. Your mind doesn't understand the difference between fantasy and reality. So what that means is when you're talking to yourself is getting that stage time, and you're out amongst a strange environment. You're not at home. You're not looking at a mirror or anything like that. And then lastly, get high quality footage that makes you feel like a professional. Remember what I said at the beginning. Confidence comes from the work you put in, and then the results you get and the proof. When you get professional video, you have proof. You're proving to yourself that this is something I'm invested in. And you're looking at the video because you're putting time into it. And then you're able to see, okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Huh. Or, need to do better. Dang, why did I have some crust in my eye? Whatever it is, when you get that footage, you start looking at yourself and you start thinking, okay, I got this. I got this. Now, how can I help you with that? How can me and my team help you with that? Depending on when you're watching this, we're planning our next Speaker Real Magic Retreat. And what we do at that retreat is a lot of what we just talked about. We help you develop a message that is going to get you paid. And we help develop that message in a way that you can share that message on a stage, and we record you on a stage. And we show you how to share that message in a TV studio, in a podcast studio, in thought leadership environments so that you look like you get paid. Then what we do is we put it all together in a beautiful speaker reel with high quality HD video, with great lighting and all that stuff. If you're interested in that, you want to know more about that, on this document, there's a place where you can book a call, or you can send me a message and say, hey, Odell, let me see some of those speaker reels that y'all have created. And I'll show you some of the speaker reels we've created with the footage from our speaker reel magic retreats in the past. That's something you're interested in, let me know. Hopefully this was helpful to you. Get out there, get some reps. Make sure that you're sharing a message that people want to hear, and get yourself on video. And we'll see you on the next one. Y'all take care.